What if I told you that your spine isn't just holding you upright? It's designed as a 33 vertebrae antenna that's been secretly receiving one of the most powerful consciousness frequencies in existence. The same frequency that unlocks forgotten lives and upgrades your awareness to Christ consciousness levels. In the next 20 minutes, you'll discover exactly how to activate this 33 Hz frequency tonight and access forgotten memories using the same consciousness technology that ancient Egyptian priests and Tibetan masters guarded for centuries. But here's what science and ancient wisdom reveal about this remarkable frequency design and why your spine holds the key to everything. The number 33 appears everywhere in the sacred architecture of reality. The Great Pyramid of Giza resonates at exactly 33 Hz. Jesus Christ lived 33 years before his crucifixion. The highest level of Scottish Rite Masonry, the 33rd degree, your spine, 33 vertebrae acting as a perfect resonant chamber for consciousness transformation. But this isn't coincidence, it's cosmic design. But here's where this discovery gets absolutely mind-blowing. Modern research confirms what ancients knew about this sacred frequency. Inside the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid, archaeologists discovered that the granite stones naturally vibrate at 33 Hz. The same frequency that Tibetan Buddhist monks generate during their deepest meditative states. The same frequency that appears when measuring the Earth's strongest Schumann resonance harmonics, the frequency that bridges the physical and the eternal. But here's what will blow your mind about this discovery. But here's where this discovery gets personal. If ancient sites and sacred traditions all point to 33 Hz as a consciousness frequency, what does this mean for your own awareness? Why does this frequency unlock forgotten memories? Why does it seem to open doorways to consciousness states that feel ancient and familiar? The answer lies in understanding how 33 Hz works with your consciousness. This frequency operates as Earth's highest Schumann harmonic, creating a direct resonance between your nervous system and planetary consciousness. When your brain encounters 33 Hz through binaural beats or sound bowls, something extraordinary happens. Your root chakra, which naturally vibrates at 256 Hz, creates a harmonic relationship that activates what ancient traditions call the Kundalini energy. Now, what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you understand your own consciousness. This is where past life memories become accessible. The 33 Hz frequency acts as a key, unlocking neural pathways that store what mystics call soul memories. These aren't fantasies or imagination. These are consciousness imprints that exist beyond the limitations of your current brain structure. When 33 Hz resonates through your spine's 33 vertebrae, it creates a standing wave that allows your awareness to access these deeper layers of memory. This understanding of how 33 Hz accesses soul memories leads us to something even more profound. When you combine this frequency activation with the perfect cosmic timing we're experiencing right now, think about your own life for a moment. Have you ever felt an unexplained connection to a place you've never been? Those sudden insights about places you've never visited, those skills that seem to emerge from nowhere, those deep connections with people you just met, these aren't coincidences. They're glimpses of the consciousness continuity that 33 Hz can help you access more deliberately. These glimpses of expanded consciousness you've experienced, they're exactly what ancient civilizations learned to access deliberately. Think about this. What if I told you that ancient civilizations had technology that makes our modern devices look primitive? But here's the mind-blowing part. Within just 20 minutes of your first session, you might notice thoughts and memories surfacing that feel both foreign and familiar. Skills you've never learned suddenly making sense. This isn't imagination. This is your consciousness accessing data beyond your current lifetime. Imagine lying in complete darkness, feeling stone vibrations move through your entire body. You're not just meditating, you're being upgraded. Ancient Egyptian priests didn't just stumble upon meditation, they engineered consciousness transformation chambers. These weren't temples, they were consciousness laboratories. Modern sound archaeologists have measured these chambers and found they create precise acoustic conditions for consciousness expansion. The priests would lie in these resonant chambers, allowing the 33 Hz vibration to move through their bodies, accessing what they called the Akashic Records, the universal memory bank that contains all experiences across time. Science opens the door, but experience reveals the truth. When you expose your brain to 33 Hz for extended periods, neuroplasticity increases dramatically. What does this actually mean for you? Picture your brain like a city at night. Normally, only certain streets are lit up, your regular thought patterns. But 33 Hz is like turning on every street light at once. Suddenly, neighborhoods that haven't talked to each other in years start communicating. New neural pathways form. Dormant regions of your brain begin communicating with active areas. The default mode network, which normally creates your sense of separate self, begins to dissolve, allowing expanded states of consciousness to emerge. But wait, there's something even more extraordinary about what happens next. This is how the Christ consciousness frequency works. It's not about religious doctrine. It's about accessing the same consciousness state that Jesus demonstrated, the ability to perceive reality from a unified field perspective. The 33 Hz frequency helps dissolve the illusion of separation, allowing you to experience the interconnectedness that mystics throughout history have described. Now that you understand what the 33 Hz frequency can unlock within your consciousness, there's something crucial about this particular moment in history that amplifies everything. And here's why this moment in your life isn't an accident. Why are you watching this video right now, at this exact time in history? We're currently in solar cycle 25, approaching solar maximum in 2025. This isn't coincidence. You're alive during the most powerful consciousness upgrade window in over a decade. During solar maximum, the Earth's magnetic field fluctuates dramatically, creating optimal conditions for consciousness expansion. The increased solar activity affects the Schumann resonances, making the 33 Hz harmonic more accessible to human consciousness. This creates a natural amplification effect that won't occur again for another 11 years. Think about this. You could spend the next decade trying to access these consciousness states through traditional meditation, or you could harness this cosmic window that's open right now. Which path sounds more intelligent? Your DNA responds to these cosmic frequencies. During periods of high solar activity, genetic expression changes. Dormant genetic codes become active. What scientists call junk DNA begins expressing proteins that affect consciousness and extrasensory perception. The 33 Hz frequency acts as an activation key for these genetic potentials. Walk into any ancient site along the 33rd parallel, the exact latitude that slices through the Great Pyramid, through Jerusalem, through the ruins of Babylon. And sensitive people report the same experience. Time feels different. Consciousness expands effortlessly. The ancients built their temples on these power spots for a reason. But here's the revolutionary truth they discovered. You don't need to travel to sacred sites. You can create these conditions wherever you are. Here's the moment everything changes. What you're about to learn took me years to perfect, but you'll master it tonight. Now, what if I told you that in just 30 minutes tonight, you could access what took ancient masters decades to achieve? This isn't theory. This is the precise method I've developed by reverse engineering what took ancient masters lifetimes to perfect. In just 30 minutes, you can access what took ancient priests years to master. Here's the 33 Hertz consciousness activation protocol that I've developed through years of research and practice. First, create your sacred space. Find a quiet location where you won't be interrupted. If possible, arrange 4 objects in a square around you, representing the 4 directions and creating a pyramid energy field. This doesn't need to be elaborate. 4 crystals, 4 candles, or even 4 books will work. Or, here's the secret most people miss. The geometry around you amplifies everything. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Remember, millions of people meditate, but only a few know this cosmic antenna secret. Your 33 vertebrae are your cosmic antenna. Each vertebra needs to be aligned to receive the full frequency spectrum. Close your eyes and begin breathing deeply. Your breath is the bridge between your conscious mind and your expanded awareness. What happens next will feel like stepping through a doorway into your own forgotten history. Some people report feeling ancestral memories stirring. Others experience sudden clarity about their life purpose. What will emerge for you? Now comes the moment that changes everything. As you put on your headphones, you're not just listening to sounds. You're tuning into the same frequency that resonated through the king's chamber when pharaohs underwent their consciousness initiations. Begin your 33 Hertz binaural beat session. Use headphones for the most effective experience. The binaural beats will gradually entrain your brain to the 33 Hertz frequency, creating the optimal state for consciousness expansion. As the frequency begins working, you might notice unusual sensations along your spine. This is normal. The 33 Hertz vibration is activating your Kundalini energy. As you listen, visualize golden light entering through your crown chakra and flowing down your spine. See this light illuminating each of your 33 vertebrae, creating a column of consciousness that connects earth energy with cosmic consciousness. And this is where the magic happens. Your spine literally becomes a lightning rod for consciousness. This is the same visualization used by ancient Egyptian priests in the pyramid chambers. Within the first 10 minutes, you may begin experiencing what I call memory flashes. These might appear as brief images, emotional impressions, or sudden knowings. Don't analyze these experiences. Simply observe them with gentle curiosity. These are the beginning stages of accessing your soul memory banks. During the middle 10 minutes, allow yourself to go deeper. If images or memories become clearer, follow them with your attention. You might find yourself experiencing life scenarios that feel completely foreign, yet strangely familiar. Here's something most spiritual teachers won't tell you. These memories aren't just random scenes from history. They're showing you specific skills, relationships, and wisdom your soul has accumulated. Pay attention to what feels most familiar. That's your fastest path to integration. These are past life memory fragments being activated by the 33 Hertz frequency. The final 10 minutes are for integration. This is when the deepest transformations often occur. You might experience profound insights about your life purpose, sudden solutions to ongoing challenges, or direct knowing about your spiritual path. These insights emerge because the 33 Hertz frequency temporarily dissolves the barriers between your conscious mind and your higher self. As you practice this technique regularly, something profound happens. Your baseline consciousness begins shifting. You start accessing intuitive information more easily. Your psychic abilities strengthen. Your capacity for compassion and understanding expands. You begin recognizing the deeper patterns connecting all experiences. Now here's what most people don't realize, and why missing this could be your biggest regret. But here's why missing this opportunity would be the biggest mistake of your spiritual journey. The solar maximum creates a consciousness window that amplifies every session exponentially. What might normally take months of practice to achieve becomes possible in weeks. The increased cosmic radiation literally upgrades your nervous system's capacity to process higher frequencies. This is your opportunity to reclaim ancient wisdom that's been hidden for millennia. The same consciousness technologies used by Egyptian high priests, Tibetan masters, and indigenous shamans throughout history. Technologies that were deliberately obscured because they give ordinary people access to extraordinary states of awareness. Think about every spiritual seeker throughout history. They all searched for what you're about to access in 30 minutes. This is more than meditation. This is consciousness archaeology. You're about to unearth lifetimes of wisdom, activate DNA that's been dormant for generations, and step into the expanded awareness that ancient masters spent decades trying to achieve. In 30 minutes, you can access what took Egyptian priests years to master. Through this consciousness archaeology, you're not just recovering ancient wisdom, you're activating the complete spectrum of what 33 Hz makes possible. The 33 Hz frequency doesn't just unlock past life memories. It activates your DNA's dormant potential. It strengthens your connection to universal consciousness. It allows you to access the Christ consciousness state, the recognition that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe. Tonight, as the 33 Hz frequency moves through your spine, you're not just accessing ancient technology. You're unlocking the forgotten lives that shaped your soul's journey. Each session opens deeper layers of memory, revealing skills, connections, and wisdom you've carried across lifetimes. This is your key to remembering who you truly are beyond this single incarnation. You now possess the ancient technology that transforms consciousness itself. But knowledge without action remains just information. The difference between knowing about consciousness transformation and actually experiencing it happens in the next 30 minutes. This is your moment to move from learning to living. Your transformation begins tonight with a simple choice. Click the link in the description to access your free 33 Hz binaural beat audio, the same frequency used by ancient Egyptian priests. Set aside 30 minutes tonight, create your sacred space, and begin your first session. Tomorrow, you'll wake up knowing you've accessed something extraordinary. But the cosmic window of solar cycle 25 won't stay open forever. The 33 Hz frequency is calling you home to who you've always been. Answer that call tonight.